Hey, what's going on, man? Back again with another video. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. We are back with another reaction. This time it's Night of Champions. Night of Champions concluded yesterday. This video is actually coming out at a weird time because if you guys watch Night of Champions live, you would know that it's not the normal start time as the normal WWE pay-per-views if they were to take place in like the United States or something like that. They was in Saudi Arabia, so I believe the pay-per-view started at 11 a.m. My time, which I didn't even get up to watch it like I wanted to. Another reason why this video is coming out at a weird time, because it actually coincided with me having to go to work. So I couldn't watch it live, didn't get a chance to watch it at work. I actually had to wait till I got home so I could watch it in full. And then I took a break because the Eastern Conference Finals Game 6 was on. So I didn't finish Night of Champions until around about the time that I finished a normal WWE pay-per-view. And again, I couldn't get the video out this morning because, again, I had to work. So I'm here with the video. Gonna be going over the matches, going over some things I like, some things I didn't like, and I'm gonna try to keep this to within 20 minutes if I can do that. Hopefully I can, because we already a minute and 30 into the video and I ain't discussed none yet. But to kick off this video and to kick off Night of Champions, we started with Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the new World Heavyweight Championship. Now, it has been confirmed that this title does not carry the legacy of the previous World Heavyweight Championship, which, in my opinion, is a shame, because, you know, when I was growing up, I'm still growing up, but when I was, you know, a child, the Big Gold was my favorite belt. Like, it looked amazing. And, you know, it was just my favorite belt. I had hope that they would continue the legacy of the previous belt. If you guys weren't aware, the legacy of that belt ended. I think it was TLC 2013. I know it was a TLC pay-per-view event. It was TLC 2013, I believe. John Cena versus Randy Orton. I know that was the match for sure. John Cena walked in the World Heavyweight Championship, and Randy Orton walked in the WWE Championship. Randy Orton unified the titles after handcuffing Cena to the ropes. So yeah, that's where the legacy of the previous title ended, and it will not be following that legacy. So that sucks, but that means that Seth Rollins is the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion. As far as the match went, the match was great. I didn't think that we were going to get anything less than spectacular from this match. A little disappointed that this opened and not main evented, but as we'll get to the main event, we see why, you know, it did what it did. Definitely think that this could have gone maybe like an extra 5, 6, 7 minutes. I thought it might have been a little short. I actually rewatched it, you know, before recording this video. I thought it might have ran a little short, but I definitely enjoyed the match we got. What did we get? We got, I think AJ had Seth going for the Styles Clash at the second rope. Seth countered. Seth did some weird shit where he pulled him off the second rope with just his legs, something that happened later on in the same pay-per-view, which I took note of. Didn't peep it the first time, but I definitely peeped it the second time. AJ did this cool thing where he went up for a suplex and then dropped off the apron, and then Seth landed back first onto the spine of the apron. So that looked like it hurt. Seth Rollins had sold the, you know, as we know, Seth Rollins knee problems. You know, in the past, he sold the knee, you know, being injured again after a suicide dive out to AJ Styles outside the ring. They got back in the ring. AJ immediately countered with a calf crusher. I think he hit the calf crusher twice. We didn't see a Styles Clash, which is unfortunate. I really liked Styles Clash. It's one of my favorite finishes. Every time AJ tried to go for the Styles Clash, Seth countered it. I also don't think we got a phenomenal forearm either. I don't remember exactly how the sequence of the match ended, but it ended in one stomp, which is probably why I say I think it ran a little short, because it just ended in one stomp. Mind you, Seth Rollins had previously went for it. His knee gave out, or his quote knee gave out. And then he went for it again later on in the match, got the 1, 2, 3, and is now the new World Heavyweight Champion. So absolutely thought this match was great. I didn't have anything to complain about for this match. Really hope they do not squander this title reign for Seth Rollins. This is the first time Seth Rollins has held a world title in I don't know how long. So I want to say this is the first time he's held a world title since he lost it to The Fiend in, I don't remember what pay-per-view that was that he lost it, but yeah, I want to say this is the first time he's held a world title. So congratulations, Seth. Definitely one of my favorite wrestlers, like right now, currently, and I'm glad to see my boy get some, get some main event gold around his waist again. Shout out to AJ Styles too, for this to be his first like pay-per-view match after what, I don't think he completely broke it, but I think he fractured his ankle at a WWE house show. So props to AJ as well for putting on a good match. Oh my God, I spent 5 minutes on. Okay, we're gonna go through these a little faster. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. This was a really good match. I'm not gonna lie. Trish Stratus, if you guys did not know, I'm 21 years old. The most recent memory I have of Trish Stratus wrestling, and this is before, I'm talking before anything recent happened, was one of the WrestleMania, I think it was the WrestleMania that The Rock and John Cena main evented the first time. That's the only recollection I ever have of Trish Stratus like wrestling, like witnessing her wrestle, and that was with she was teamed up with Snooki, I think. Don't ask me why I remember that match. I really don't remember the match, but that's like the first or the only reference point I have to go off of actually watching Trish Stratus wrestle live. She looked great during this match. She looked really good. Also, I really liked both their ring gears. They in Saudi Arabia, so they had to cover up and just wear the bodysuits instead of the typical ring gear that they wear. Trish came out in the all black bodysuit with the pink stripes on the side, and it had "Thank you, Trish" on the back. I thought that was pretty cool. And then Becky came out, looked great in the Kill Bill inspired uniform, the all yellow with the black accents. Looked really good. As far as this match, yeah, I didn't expect too much from this match. I also didn't think that this was going to be where this feud ended, so I wasn't really sure who was going to win. Trish Stratus started off hot. Becky ended up getting the better of her, towards the middle of the match and the end of the match. How it ended, Becky sent Trish outside of the ring. Trish did some shenanigans underneath the ring, assuming, not assuming, she was telling, Zoe Stark, that it's her time now. So Becky gets Trish back into the ring. Zoe Stark appears from underneath, hits Becky Lynch with a Z360, sends her back in the ring. Trish Stratus faction, 1, 2, 3, and there you have it. So Zoe Stark is now aligned with Trish Stratus. Definitely didn't expect to see this, but I'm definitely cool with it. I'm cool with it. They pushing, or I don't want to say pushing Zoe Stark, but they giving us storylines to work with the new face that they just brought to Raw. Zoe Stark is an NXT call-up, so I'm always happy to see the NXT call-ups get some love and help get established on the main roster. So yeah, this was a pretty good match. It wasn't as good as Seth versus AJ, but it was pretty damn good. Also, I think it was after the Stratus faction that Becky Lynch had a bloody nose. What is up with Becky and bleeding? Is that her thing now? Is that her thing now? She likes to bleed. Cool. I like seeing a little blood every now and then, but it was damn. I definitely think it was from the Stratus faction. She might have landed wrong because her nose was gushing blood, and I don't think Zoe Stark. I think Zoe Stark actually hit her in the chest with the Z360 when she did it. So yeah, Becky Lynch likes to bleed, I guess. So shout out to Becky, shout out to Trish. Pretty damn good match. Moving on. I think I'm going out of order, but don't really care. I just wanted to keep this video under 20 minutes, and that's probably not gonna happen. Gunther versus Mustafa Ali. Didn't really expect anything from this match. Only thing I knew was that Gunther was going to retain, and they gave us a pretty damn good match. Mustafa Ali hit him with a power bomb, also hit him with a 450, which damn, you know what I'm saying? I love seeing the high risk maneuvers, and when they pulled off to perfection, it's beautiful. And Mustafa hit a perfect 450 onto Gunther. One of the things I really like about Gunther is how he emotes during the match. Like, there was a point where Mustafa had taken some big bump from Gunther in the middle of the ring, and then as Mustafa's trying to get to his feet, Gunther's just like, no, and he's just like stomping on him. He's just like stomping on him, bro. And then there was another one where Mustafa had kicked out, and it was like a 2.9 kick out, a really good kick out. And then Gunther's just angry. He's just pounding on the mat, just mad as fuck. I really like Gunther and how he emotes. But nothing too crazy from this match. I definitely did enjoy it. But yeah, Gunther retains as expected. So yeah, that was a pretty good match. Here is, I'm gonna say, the biggest surprise of the night, only because I saw what happened in the main event. I saw it coming. Bianca Belair versus Asuka. I will say, their WrestleMania match was certainly better. This match, if I had to give it like a rating, it'd probably be like a 7 out of 10. Like, it was a good match. It was cool. I would have wanted a little bit more back and forth. And by back and forth, I mean like Bianca countered a lot of Asuka's submissions, which is only natural. She's a submission specialist. But I don't know. It feels like Asuka didn't get in enough offense. Like, I wanted to see, I don't know. Maybe it's probably because this match wasn't super long. I would have wanted it to go a little longer, as long, or if it probably as long as their WrestleMania match is what I would have hoped for. I think it was a little shorter than that. I didn't time it. I could be completely wrong. But what ended up happening was Asuka went for the miss. She missed this time. She missed her eyes. And then that, I guess, set Bianca off some more. Then we get a little bit later. This is, nearing the end of the match now. Asuka uses whatever mist she has left, in her mouth, spits on her hand. She has taped up hands, which I made note of, like, when I saw it, like, in the match. I was like, she usually doesn't have her hands taped up. She had her hands taped up, spit the mist on her hands, so it got on the tape. Bianca went for a KOD. Asuka, rakes the eyes with the mist, kicks her in the face, kicks her in the back of the head. 1, 2, 3, and new Raw Women's Champion. So, with the match, like, I gave my opinions on the match. I usually don't do this in the next day reviews because it's mainly about the pay-per-view, but Triple H, I would like to have a word, sir. Asuka is my favorite women's wrestler on the roster. She's 0-3 at WrestleMania for whatever reason. I understand she had to lose last, the one against Bianca. You want to make Bianca the longest reigning women's champion in the modern era. Cool, that's fine. You running out of chances with me, bro. Do not fuck up Asuka's title reign. Please don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck up Asuka's title reign. It's been a very, very, it's been nagging me in my brain the way Triple H, or I don't want to say Triple H because I don't particularly care who has booked it, but the women's division and how it's been ran it's been bad. Bianca's Raw Women's Championship title reign was great. Dare I say, it started to get stale at the end because it's like, okay, she's gonna win. Putting on banger matches, but we're not getting no crazy storyline or anything like that. I'll say, Elimination Chamber on, no, I won't even say Elimination Chamber. Royal Rumble, from the Royal Rumble till now, or till yesterday, like Bianca's reign kind of got a little stale. Not because she can't wrestle, she can wrestle her ass off, and she was putting on pretty damn good matches throughout, that whole stretch. It's the storyline behind like these matches. Like we got what did we get? We got Bianca versus Damage Control, and that took place, that was like Crown Jewel, and then we got the entire Damage Control jumping her. They got the women's war game match. That was cool. After that, it's like, what are we doing with the story? We don't know. It was even worse on SmackDown. Bianca is on SmackDown now, but previous. It was even worse on SmackDown when they had the Liv Morgan. She had like a baby title reign. They put the belt back on to Ronda just to have her lose to Charlotte, just to have Charlotte lose to Rhea. Now, I'm not complaining that we got Charlotte versus Rhea. I'm complaining that like this, you're doing the hot potato of the SmackDown Women's Championship for what? We're not getting any story. Now, I say all that to say this. I really, really want Asuka's title reign to not be fucking garbage. So Triple H, do me a favor. Don't book her like shit, please. If you want to have her, be the Raw Women's Champion, even though she's on SmackDown, excuse me. Also, can we fix that, bro? Like, that's pissing me off so much. Bianca, I want to say it's been 3 weeks. No. The draft started on SmackDown. SmackDown was on a Friday. My birthday was on a Friday. The draft started on SmackDown, concluded next week on Raw. It's been like a month. Why are we still doing the bullshit with the Raw Women's Championship is on SmackDown and the SmackDown Women's Championship is on Raw? Why? I don't get that. We just finished Night of Champions. And from what I understand, the Raw Women's Championship still going to be on SmackDown because Asuka got drafted to SmackDown. And the SmackDown Women's Championship is still going to be on Raw because Rhea Ripley retained. Spoiler alert, if you didn't know. So, I don't know. But yeah, just don't fuck up Asuka's title reign. Please, make it worthwhile. If you want to have her lose at SummerSlam to whoever, that's fine. But just don't have her title reign suck. Please, I'm begging you, Triple H. Tangent aside, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar is what we're going to talk about next. I'm going to be honest. I don't care about this feud at all. Why don't I care about this feud? They haven't given me a reason to care. Brock Lesnar out of nowhere attacks Cody Rhodes the night after WrestleMania, the Raw after WrestleMania. And we don't get a reason why. We don't get a, hey, I don't fuck with you. We don't get a, hey, like this is the reason why I beat your ass and I'm going to continue to beat your ass. No, we just get Brock Lesnar. He jumps Cody Rhodes. Cool. We didn't get an explanation why. They fight at Backlash. Cool. Cody wins. Feud still going. All right. Why? We don't know still. Last Monday, it was announced that they were going to be in the same building, even though they've been in the same building multiple times already, on Raw. Cody Rhodes gets jumped immediately. We don't even hear a word from Kevin Patrick or Corey Graves. Cody Rhodes just gets his ass beat and he gets his arm broken. And then I'm supposed to believe Cody Rhodes, with a broken arm, has a fighting chance at beating Brock Lesnar when he could barely do it with two arms. For whatever reason, this is how WWE have chosen to go the route with Cody Rhodes. At this point, you might as well just like pack Cody Rhodes up until SummerSlam and do whatever, because this shit is not it. It's not it. And clearly, this story isn't over with because he didn't tap out. He blacked out because he had him in a Kimura. Brock Lesnar had Cody Rhodes, his broken arm, in a Kimura lock. He had him in that Kimura lock for like 3 minutes, real time, no bullshit. Cody did not tap out. I didn't expect him to, but he had him in that Kimura for like 3 minutes. And I actually enjoyed the match. The match was cool, but like, what are we doing storyline wise, bro? Like, I don't know. If we get the trilogy for this, have it like no holds barred, no DQ, something, and put it into this, please. Because like, what are we doing at this point? What are we doing? I don't know. Next up was a squash match. We didn't go in order, but who really cares? Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. I'm not bullshitting you. Cody Rhodes, his broken arm was in a Kimura lock from Brock Lesnar for more time than this match took. I'm not even mad at this match being a squash match because let's be so honest. This match had zero build-up. This is Rhea's first challenger, in air quotes, because she wasn't even that. It was a squash match. The match lasted like a minute 40 seconds. So, hey, as far as like the decision to have this be a squash match, I'm not mad at it. Shows that Rhea is like a dominant force as she said she was on Raw. This gives her a window. You know, she's not feuding with Natalya, thankfully, because I'm glad that wasn't what that turned into. I'm glad that this was, you know, she got her match in Saudi Arabia and then we're done with this. We can move on to another challenger. But yeah, she has the room to move with another challenger on Raw. They could run it with Becky, even though she's not out of her feud with Trish fully yet. Yeah, they got talent on Raw that they could run, you know, Rhea's title reign and have it be interesting. I'm not really so sure that they will, because once again, the way the women's division has been booked over the past few months has been absolutely like terrible. Don't get me started on the tag titles. And also, before we get to the main event, this is Night of Champions. Night of Champions. I don't know why the United States title wasn't defended on Night of Champions, but it wasn't. Completely defeats the fucking purpose of having Night of Champions. I remember Night of Champions as every title is on the line. We didn't see the tag titles defended for good reason, because currently they're vacated. But like, we couldn't have gotten something here. Okay, fine. No, whatever. We'll decide that some other time. I don't know why Austin Theory defended his US title on SmackDown when the very next day, and they pre-recorded that, the very next day, I'm supposed to believe, is Night of Champions, and there's just no word on the US title. Like, bonehead decisions that WWE are making that really don't have any rhyme or reason behind them. Or at least one that I am aware of. If I am aware of some reason that Austin Theory couldn't come to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, or wouldn't come to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia and defend his title, let me know. But like, WWE, what the fuck? This is Night of Champions. Why is every belt not being defended? That includes Roman. Now I get it. They probably didn't want to Roman probably didn't want to do double duty because he's going after the tag titles and he's holding both the titles, whatever. Sure, you can get away with that one. The other two, no. Speaking of Roman, we get to the main event. We get to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defending their unified tag titles versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. As far as the match went great, but that's really, I don't want to talk about the match. The match was great. We know Sami and KO do good in the match. We know Roman, he's great in ring. And we know Solo, you know, up until this point, his main roster run, he's been pretty solid in the ring as well. The meat behind this match comes where Sami Zayn is about to take a spear from Roman Reigns, and guess what happens? A ref bump. It can't be a Roman Reigns match without a ref bump. I don't really care that there was a ref bump because I don't see what happening if there wasn't. So then the fight spills out to outside the ring. Out comes, guess who? Jimmy and Jey Uso. They get to beating Kevin Owens' ass, and then they get back in the ring. They're about to super kick the fuck out of Sami Zayn. I think Jey hits him with one. Boom. Hit him with another one. Nope. Sammy moves out the way, and they double super kick the fuck out of Solo. So Solo, he's dazed because he just got the shit kicked out of him by his cousins. No, his brothers. And then Roman takes note. He sees like they just super kick the fuck out of Solo. He's mad. Jimmy, what are y'all doing out here? muffs the he muffs the fuck out of Jimmy. Jimmy goes, he's out of camera. Then it turns to Jay. It's like, Jay, I told you, like, y'all last one supposed to be here. Muffs the fuck out of Jimmy twice. No, not Jimmy. Muffs the fuck out of Jay twice. Then turns his back. Boom! Immediately gets caught with a super kick from Jimmy. So that marks the end of the bloodline, I guess. After the first super kick from Jimmy, Jay was like, yo, fuck are you doing? Like, you own one. It's about to go help Roman out. And then Jimmy's like, nah. We not on that. Roman don't fuck with you. I'm your brother. I got your back. Pushes him out the way. Hits him with another super kick. And then he's like, yo, we out. We did our due and we're out. Roman was not legal during all of this. So he rolls out of the ring. Solo is back in. Boom. Solo gets hit with a stunner from KO. Stuns him into the corner. Helluva kick. 1, 2, 3. Psych. The ref's still down. And then another ref comes. After that 3 count. 1, 2, 3. And still. So the match was great. Like, I have no problems with the match at all. I really like seeing KO and Sammy do their tag team work. And I hope we get, more tag team title defenses from these two before they inevitably drop the titles. Or potentially could split the titles up. I wouldn't be upset at that at all. But yeah. The main question is, what happens to the bloodline now? We don't know. We do know that yesterday was Roman Reigns' 1,000th day as, Universal Champion, or as World Champion, rather. Well, no, it was his 1,000th day as Universal Champion. Fucking crazy to think that 1,000 days is just gone by like that. It feels like Roman just came back and just got the titles, or the title. But yeah, it's been 1,000 days as Roman Reigns, champion, Universal Champion. So that's crazy. That's legendary shit. Shout out to Roman, man. But yeah, the main question comes in: what happens to the bloodline? Is the bloodline done? Blah blah blah. We'll see on Friday, because Friday is the 1,000 day celebration of Roman's title reign. Coincidence? I could be wrong on this, but Friday is also the anniversary of. Is it the 10-year anniversary? I want to say it's the 10-year anniversary of Seth Rollins betraying the Shield too. So yeah, that's crazy. But I don't have anything else with in regards to Night of Champions. Overall, pretty damn good pay-per-view, in my opinion. I enjoyed it. Around the end of this year, I'm gonna have a list ranking all of the pay-per-views this this calendar year 2023. Night of Champions would probably be in my top 3 right now, but it's only May, so only time will tell to see where that'll go up or down in my placement. But that's been this video. This video already ran longer than I wanted it to, but oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna come at you with another video tomorrow that I will not promise, but it will be here. So if you guys like, subscribe, do all that.